What's up, guys? Well, you know things are getting off to a bad start when I misspell the main character's name. That's not a good look. Alright, so thanks for pointing that out, guys. I didn't even notice that when I punched in the description there. Thank you very much for that. Alright, so with that fixed, I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. And here we are back again, and we're going to jump into some Mega Man 2. As soon as the sound starts working, are we getting sound? Doesn't look like we are. Alright. Okay, well, it's working on my end. It's not working on the stream end. Let me see. Okay, there we go. Might be a little too loud. Trying to get it just right. I don't want it too loud. I don't want it too quiet. You guys can let me know if it's just awful. Alright. Still working, still working. Hey, for Andy, what's up, guys? Y'all are doing well today. Let's get into it. Oh, whoops. I did pick difficult, right? Let's just make sure. Let's hit reset. Okay, difficult. That's what we're picking. Let's do it. Got bad news. The Windows update broke my laptop again. Can't open either Steam or Chrome. Oh my god, man. See, that's what I mean about Windows updates. They screw everything up. They suck. They break more stuff than they fix with that. It's broken my settings on OBS for streaming, I can't tell you how many times. So... God damn it. Well, knowing you spilled a drink on a laptop earlier, so knowing you, that was not out of the realm of impossibility that something screwed up again. April Fools, alright. Yeah, that is correct. I didn't even realize that. Alright. Who do we even start with here? I don't remember. I owned this one as a kid, but I haven't played it in like 25 years or something, so I don't... I think you start at Bubble Man. I could be wrong. Let's just try it. If I die, I'll try another stage. That's how you do this. You live and you learn with this game. That's the way it works. I've never even played through this on difficult setting before. It's probably going to be a lot different. I don't remember. This was not a hard Mega Man compared to the others, because what I think they were doing here. Okay, this frog's got to go. The original Japanese version's difficulty was the standard difficult mode that I'm playing now, but for American players, they wanted to make it easier to try and make the game more popular so people would buy it. So they added an easier difficulty setting. So what we're actually playing here is the real game. Alright, yeah, those collapse. Okay, we just got to keep moving. Alright, this is probably going to take the whole stream. I don't know how difficult this is going to be, but we're going to find out. Alright, that's health. Definitely need that. Alright, that's already different. Those things used to blow up in one hit. I remember, I did have this game when I was like 9 years old. The background is bad for the stream. It's very pixely. It's probably just because, yeah, the watery... It's just the watery part. It's an old game. It's going to be pixely. It probably looks a lot better now because we don't have a screwed up background with water. Oh my god. Okay. Mario 35 is still up. Well, we'll see how long it lasts. People were still playing it last night after midnight when I went to bed. That's when I found that screenshot and put it in Discord where there was like even more lackatoos than I saw. Hope you're having a good day today, St. Josen. Hopefully Mario 35 will stay up. Maybe we'll be pleasantly surprised. Alright, this fish finally decided to die. Alright, spikes in Mega Man games, they're one-hit deaths. You don't want to touch them. There's no losing hit points, there's just dying. We gotta be careful. And like I said, I did own this one as a kid, and I did finish it, but I've never played it on this difficulty setting, so I don't know really what to expect here. I'm guessing it feels like the enemies have more health. This stuff used to die a lot. I think these like died in one hit. These shrimp we're fighting here. I'm sure the bosses will have more health and damage and stuff like that. What is the hitbox here? I know I'm hitting it there. I'm just not accurate right now. I have no accuracy to speak of. Alright, there. Yeah, it was just that water was causing a huge pixelated effect on the screen. It does that sometimes. When you're not playing at the maximum resolution, like if I was playing at 1080, it would probably look a lot better, but I can only stream it 720 as I learned. I tried to stream for a while at 1080 and it was not working out. Causing me way too much lag. You were playing Mario 35? St. Josen? That's, well, maybe they will keep it. I guess we'll find out. I don't see why they wouldn't keep it. It's really good, as you guys have seen for quite a while. I'm tempted to put that video up the other day where we won 35 in a row. I'm tempted to put that in as a world record on YouTube. I can put that in the video description. I couldn't find anyone else that had done that anywhere on the internet. I may even submit it to like Guinness World Records or something. They do take video game records. Okay, how do you beat this guy? Alright, he's definitely taking less damage than they do in the easier difficulty, but still I'm beating him. That's all that matters. Oh, that was a good dodge. Totally drew it up that way. Yeah, this guy's a piece of cake. We'll take him out, no problem. Alright, good start. Steamy, what's up, man? Yeah, I was thinking about doing that, Andy, putting the Mario 35 run we did last Sunday in as a world record. I couldn't find anyone else that had won 21 games in a row. The next closest was somebody that had broken up apparently a 20-game win streak on YouTube into different parts, but I couldn't find anyone that had done better than 20, and mine's at 21, so is that the best ever? Maybe it is, I don't know. Maybe it is, alright. Now something awful's about to happen on this stage. I was dreading this part. So let's just try and get it over with. There's an easier way to do it, but we're going to do it the hardest way possible. In the spirit of keeping things, as we like to do on stream, difficult. Alright, can I get past these things? There we go. And the lava does kill you in one hit, by the way. I've never played Destiny, Steamy. I've got a friend that plays it. And he was trying to get me to play it, and I didn't really actually have enough time to get into a whole new game like that. Besides, when it comes to first-person shooters, all I really want to do is play TF2. Or old Doom. Okay, I'm just getting my ass kicked here. Need to keep moving. These guys are so gonna push me in the lava. Okay. Doing fine. Just got some platforming here. Okay. Can I not kill that? Alright, let's try the bubble weapon. Maybe that'll do it. Perfect. Levels get a bit easier when you start actually getting some Okay, there we go. Levels do get a little bit easier in this game when you start actually getting some equipment to work with. This is what I was worried about, this stuff. There we go, no problem. Destiny's a long-term commitment. Yeah, that's what I kind of figured, because it has gear upgrades and you get better equipment, stuff like that. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I highly doubt I would have time to get into something like that at this point. Because when I'm not streaming, I'm either working or doing stuff with Amico. That's typically my schedule now. Alright, can we actually kill this guy, or am I going to have to take a hit? That doesn't even hurt him. Great. Okay. I'm supposed to get by this without taking a hit. The worst part of this is yet to come. It's going to be pretty nasty looking. Alright, let's try and jump over him. Okay, that worked. Alright, I see how it works. Don't get pushed in the hole. Do I think Mario 35 will stay? Honestly, I have no idea. They have not indicated that it will. They have not made any indication on it staying permanently, so I'd say maybe there's a small chance they'll change their mind. I don't know. I'm hoping. Come on, man. Scared to get knocked down right there. All retro games have bad knockback when you take a hit. There we go. We finally got it. Holy crap. Alright. Alright, I think the scary part's coming up right here. Yep. Yep, we're gonna have to back... This is gonna suck badly. There's a better way to do this, honestly, but we're not gonna take the easy way out. If you come back to this level later, or do it later, there's an item you get, like a hoverboard, where you can actually fly over all this without actually doing it the way that's intended. We're gonna do it the hard way. We're doing it the hard way. I'm gonna die? Yeah, I absolutely know I am. I expect to. I've wondered my whole life how hard this part is if you try and do it for real. We're gonna do it for real. We're gonna do it for real. Raku, what's up? Hope you're having a great day. Welcome on in. We're gonna do a run of Mega Man 2 on the difficult setting. Or try to. Okay. Well, we may be stuck here for a while, especially when I get to the part where I'm actually gonna die in the lava. Okay. We're moving. What do you even do there? Okay, you're gonna have to jump up right here. Then what do you do? I can't see any further than that. I'm definitely gonna die. It's inevitable. The timing is so precise here, man. Or am I just delaying, or am I just falling on purpose here because I'm delaying the inevitable? Come on, we can do this. Alright. No going back. Ah! No! Oh God, I was gonna make it. I was doing good! I was doing good! I was doing good! I didn't actually have time to react there was a part coming up right there that it looks like there was no time to react. Keep me in Yoku blocks, besides 2 at the start and 1 at the very end. All these are just jumping forward. It's pretty less intimidating than it may seem. Okay, yeah. Because see, I've never actually tried to do it this way. Because if you get here with, like, whatever that thing's called, I don't even remember. It's not Rush. You don't have the dog in this version. But it's like this, the hoverboard, whatever it's called. And I've never actually tried to do it the real way here. But I've always wanted to try this, so we're gonna try it now. Gonna do it. Gonna do it. Item 2. Precursor to Rush Jet. That's it. That is it. That is it. This is before they added the dog in, so it's just like standard little items without actually having any kind of unique name. Items 1, 2, and 3. Now I can't even do the easy part. Okay, go, 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 go. Okay, it's... There's a part coming up. Yep. Okay, if I can get that one right there, then we can do this part. I see what's going on with that. I'm just going to have to time it better. I was expecting that to happen, but it popped up on me a little bit too fast there. We're going to do this. Yeah, you're right. Ah! Ah! Okay. Back to the beginning. Alright, we got this. We got this. That was stupid. Good old knockback. Knockback is just so prevalent in all retro games. You take a hit, you fly backwards. That thing's gonna come out, I knew it! Okay, but I was in my invulnerability frames from taking a hit there and the lava didn't kill me. Otherwise it would have. Yes, I will be glad to take suggestions, Raku. I will be glad to. I did own this game as a kid, and I used to know the pattern perfectly, but that was 27 years ago, probably longer, since I played through this game, so I don't remember the pattern exactly. I beat Bubble Man. He was easy. But I'm guessing it's going to get harder. If you don't... Bubble Man was a joke, but I think some of the other bosses would be a lot harder if I didn't do it the right way. Alright, we're already back to this. This is fine. Alright. We gotta let that thing get closer. Almost happened again. That's way too early. That's way too early. That's... Alright, now I have to stop because these things are going to knock me in a hole. Okay, that's what I was trying to do. Now we should be able to get back to what we were doing with this part. I always did this level last as a kid because I didn't like this part and I wanted to make sure I got here with item 2. We're not doing that this time. We're going to make it hard. Cool beans. So with your current order, you're going to do Metal Man last. Definitely want to do him super early because this Metal Blade is arguably the best weapon. Yes, I remember the Metal Blade being really good. Back to death. Nope, we're going to make it. We're going to make it. We're gonna make it. Maybe we should do Metal Man next to go ahead and get the blade because it is really good. I jumped too late. Come on. There's really only one scary jump in this part, like you said. It's near the end. I'm just gonna have to try and time it better. There we go. Alright, now it's okay. Oh, yes. Alright, that's not that bad. I've wondered about that my whole life. It's not that bad. It's really not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, this is not good. I have the bubble now. I can kill Heat Man. I knew that's what hurt him. And when we get to Heat Man, we'll knock him out quick. See, I made it. Steamy, you had no faith in me. I made it. No problem. Just needed to learn that last little pattern right there, and we got it no problem. Firing all 8 directions, 128 ammo, 3 shots on screen, and half the bosses are weak to it. If you're going by weakness order, it'll be huge boon. Okay, well, then we should probably go that stage next. Alright, and we've got the bubble thing. We're just going to own Heat Man with it. Yeah, that does massive damage to him. You know what, we'll do a run of this game one day when I don't use anything but the standard Mega Buster. That'll make things exponentially more difficult. We'll do that one day, but for right now, I just want to play through the standard hard mode just the regular way. And that's what we're going to do here. Alright, so we're going to get the Atomic Fire. I think you can charge that weapon up if I remember correctly. Oh yeah, we're going to get the item 1 or 3 here. I don't remember. You have no faith in everyone. Apparently not. Halberd, what's up? You love Mega Boy. He does look more like a boy than a man. He really does. Look at the box art in this game. Looks nothing like the character. It's better than Mega Man 1's box art, at least. But in the box art, like right above me here, he's using like a handgun, a laser pistol. You don't have that in this game. Alright, so I guess we'll do Metal Man next to pick up that blade, because I'd forgotten how good it was. So here we go. Let's get it. But it takes a rather long time. You only get 2 full charge shots. I think it one-shots Woodman. I could be wrong, but I think it one-shots him. Oh, this one's got E-tanks. That can refill your health. I forgot about that. Alright, we got spiked crushers here. I remember these doing a lot of damage as a kid. If they don't kill you outright, I don't remember. I'm just going to proceed onward here like they're going to kill me. Just be super careful here. Alright. Drills, that's right. This weapon's not too effective with them, but we'll get through. Yeah, we got to get that metal blade. I'd forgotten how awesome that weapon was. It is really good. Of the band The Megas too. I think I've heard of that, Halberd. I think. Could be wrong. I haven't paid it to... Oh, how do you get to that? There's... That's what we needed to get to that. That's my... Yeah, I got the... You can build like your own personal platforms with that item. We've got that now. Alright. Yeah, we did Mega Man 1 like last week. It was really fun. I'd never beaten it as a kid, even though I'd owned it, and finally was able to get through it. Megas are stunning. I'm excited for their upcoming album. I'm going to have to look that up. Now you guys have got me curious. I think I've heard of that. I haven't paid much attention to music in a while. Wow, that did a lot of damage, did it? I can't really see the... We got a pink clown robot balancing on a gear. Wow, I'm taking a lot of damage here. How do you dodge that? Okay. Let's try another weapon. That worked good. Alright, try another weapon. That's what we needed. Okay. This game... Apparently not. Alright. Let's see you survive this. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, so if you're playing on normal mode, if you're playing the Japanese version or difficult mode, he takes both of them. Okay. Alright, I want this, so we're gonna try and get it. There we go. I don't know if that can even make that jump. Let's put this on. There we go. Now we need the bubble weapon to take care of this. I need some health here. I'm hoping they drop some health. It's not health. Awesome. Alright, looks like we made it to... Yep, this is the end. They make rock versions of video game songs and mostly Mega Man. Do they? Okay, that sounds awesome then. I know most Mega Man songs is from because I've actually you've never actually played the games, but you know the songs. Okay, well the songs are really good. I've played a lot of Mega Man, like 1 and 2 a lot, and 3 some. I don't remember that much about 3. Okay, how are we gonna beat them here? Oh crap! One more hit and I'm done. Yep, I'm done. Alright, I think I made it to him. I can start here. Okay, I got full health. Now it should be a much more even fight. Mostly known for the Rockman stuff, they've also been doing Castlevania stuff too for a good while now. Their next album is going to be their first full Castlevania album. Okay, that's awesome. I'm going to look that up off stream. I've heard of like orchestras and stuff doing video game music, and some of them do like a really great job. Okay, we just gotta dodge here. That's all you can do here is dodge. Conveyor belt just swapped on me. Alright, we're probably gonna beat him though. I'm doing a good job dodging. Got him, alright. Doing good, doing good. I'm a bit scared of the Dr. Wily stages at the end of the game. I think those are going to be rough. What's good against Metal Guy? Quick Boomerang and Metal Blade are his primary weaknesses. Okay, so we beat him without even needing the weakness. Now we got the Metal Blade. We do have to fight him again later in the Wily stage, but I'll have the blade ready for him that time. Okay, who should we do next? Who's going to be weak to what? Who should we do next? Yeah, he is weak to himself. I remember that from back in the old days when you could actually use his own weapon on him and it one-shotted him. Alright, who's next? I want. Is it Flashman? We need Flashman's weapon for Quickman. And I think Airman's weapon hurts Crashman. I could be wrong. I'm trying to remember from decades ago. Airman because the song's amazing. Well, we could try him. Be careful, make sure you can't revisit stages in this game. If you game over, you lose all your E-tanks. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's bad. Well, that means we'll have to do the Wily levels with no E-tanks. Well, if it comes to that, then that's what we'll have to do. Alright. Who should we do? I'm at a loss here. What hurts Airman? I think Woodman's weapon does. Maybe we should do Woodman. Official order is Metal, Bubble, Heat, Wood, Air, Flash, Quick. Okay, so let's do Wood. And then we'll do Air. That sounds good. I think you can one-shot Woodman with a charged-up Fire Blast. So, or you could on the normal difficulty. I don't know about on this setting. We'll find out. Hit by a robotic carrot. Great. Most of the Robot Masters have multiple weaknesses. Okay, that's unusual. Because I remember in other Mega Man games and stuff too, the only one I've beaten as a kid is this one. So, beyond this one, like, I've played 3 before. And I've played 4, I think, because you have a charged shot in that one. And in 3, they introduced the slide. Oh boy. I remember this. I think this is what we need to do here. There, yeah. Probably a better weapon to be using. Let's try the blades. That's what we need. Let's just roll with this. This is a good weapon. You beat Mega Man 1. That's really good, Halberd, because of the Yellow Devil. That ended me as a kid. But like last week, we played this. I played through Mega Man 1, and I got revenge on the Yellow Devil and finished the game. And my 8 or 9-year-old self was very pleased about that, because that ended me. I was convinced that was impossible. God, this weapon is so overpowered, it's ridiculous. Not one, the X one. Okay, I don't think I've played that one. Is that the one? Is that one for old Nintendo or Super Nintendo? I have no idea. I know there's Mega Man games on Steam as well. I think I just got a 1-up. I think they just dropped a 1-up. I should try and farm health here. That's what I should try and do. I'm hurt. These things spawn out a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna farm some health here. I really don't want to just stupidly die when I don't need to. You beat it with a virtual console. Wii, yes, they did release a lot of old games on that. I picked up a lot of games that way myself. I'm losing more health than I'm getting here. We gotta time this better. This is ridiculous. Come on! I can't be this bad. Get rid of the Donkey Kong. Alright, I'm getting my health back. Once we get a little bit more health, we're moving on. I gotta time this throw better. In the thumbnail for this video, I actually have myself throwing one of those things, so that'll be on the YouTube intro to the video for this one. Alright, I'm full health. We're moving on. I'm just gonna roll with this weapon because it's too good. What were they thinking making a weapon this good? So, like I said, we're gonna play through it again one day later on. And just use the Mega Buster on everything. That's gonna be interesting. We'll play through all the Mega Mans again one day with... Uh-oh, it doesn't work on them. Alright, we'll try something else. How about bubbles? Oh, these chickens are... I shouldn't be using that. We need that for Woodman. Alright, apparently you can't even kill these chickens. Alright. Here we go. Alright, I got a special surprise for him. This hasn't been too much harder on the difficult setting. It really hasn't been. We'll see what the Wily levels are like, though. Alright, it doesn't kill him in one hit. It did take half his health. And there he goes. Perfect! Alright, now we'll do Airman. I think the wood thing, the leaf shield or whatever that he was using hurts Airman. I could be wrong. In most of the later entries, they only have one weakness, but in early games, a lot of them share weaknesses. For example, Woodman takes extra damage from Metal Blade, Atomic Fire, and Air Shooter. Flashman is weak to Metal Blade, Clash Bomber, and I believe Atomic Fire, but it's been a long time since I've checked. Okay. I didn't know they had multiple weaknesses. I've owned this game my whole life, and I had no idea that that was true. That's cool. And totally unexpected. Because I've always been conditioned to think, okay, each boss can be beaten with this, or they can be beaten with the whatever specific weapon that they're weak to. That was close, alright. I think we need our metal blades out again. Oh, I remember this level. They make you be real patient here. Or you just take a hit. We'll just wait. I've also got the Mega Man games for Game Boy, and they're completely different from these. Even though they have some of the same bosses, the levels are 100% different. So I'd like to play through those one day as well. Alright, apparently it wants me to jump on this. So what I'm going to do if I finish this game today, guys, and there's still some time left, we're just going to look at some random games on Nintendo again like we did last time. I think that was fun. Might unearth some hidden gems. You guys can make suggestions too if you have any ideas on just random games to try out. I think I own most of the games in the original Nintendo library. I'm sure I'm missing some here and there, but I do own a lot of them. This weapon just annihilates everything in its path. This weapon just, it's destructive. It should be nerfed. Someone tell Capcom to issue an update to this 30-year-old game and tell them this weapon's too good, because that's how it is. Yeah, the Game Boy games are completely different. Yes, they are. That's exactly why I want to play them. To see what's different exactly. I'm sure they'll be hard, too. Just because it's on Game Boy, that tricks a lot of people into thinking, oh, it's on Game Boy, it's going to be easy, right? And no, it's not. A lot of times it's harder. That Castlevania game I played on Game Boy, Castlevania The Adventure, that was hard as hell. I was shocked how difficult that was. And I owned that one as a kid, and I only made it to, there's only 4 levels, and I made it to level 3 as a kid, and I thought that was impossible. And then little did I know that level 4 was way worse. That was a fun stream, though. We did end up beating Dracula, so I was excited about that. And that was another game I was unable to do as a kid. Rusty's Real Deal Baseball? I think I've got one called Dusty Diamond Softball or something. Maybe that's it. Geometry Dash? Well, we're going to play that again. That game really grates on my nerves, though. It really does, more so than a lot do. It just gets a little repetitive to me. That's the only thing with Geometry Dash. Alright, we're at Airman. We're going to need this. I think. Also beware of a Buster-only run. Some of the Fortress bosses can only be beaten with special weapons. Specifically the Boo Beam Trap, and then only be beaten with Clash Bomber, and the final boss only takes damage from Bubble. Yeah, Raku, in cases like that, we would have no choice but to switch to the weapon required. But once that boss is down, we can go back to the regular Mega Buster again. Yeah, but in some cases, there's just no choice. Alright, how do you fight him? I don't remember. Alright, that got blocked. That got blocked. Alright, what do you do? That's what you do. You just get in his face and drill him with it. That would have been I'd see that fight would have been a lot harder if I was just using the Mega Buster. What console am I playing on? I'm just using the emulator. I don't have room to set up the original consoles, unfortunately. I wish I did. My old Nintendo does not work very well, and half the stream would be spent trying to keep it from screwing up. So I'm just using the emulator, but I only play games on the emulator that I actually own the real version of. And it's actually illegal to play on the emulator if you own the don't own the real version of the game. You can't legally use the ROM for it. So what I'm doing is only playing ones that I actually physically own the copy of, or I own the virtual game for it, whether I bought it or as in like I actually own it. This emulator is, let me see what it's called, FCEUX 2.2.3. I think this is the newest Nintendo emulator. And I went through and specifically found all the games that I own and got the ROMs just for those. If I don't own the game, I didn't even download the ROM. Definitely have Wild World, and it's totally not illegal. Well, there's really... The thing is about the legal thing, there's really no way they could check. But since I'm doing it, like, on stream, 100%, I'm not going to play any games I don't own. And the reason I own so many of the old games is because when Blockbuster Video was going out of business, not going out of business, but clearing out old stuff so they could replace it with new stuff, like when they were starting to add, like, Nintendo 64, that type of stuff, they were selling off old stuff like this. And so I bought a lot of old stuff extremely cheap. They were selling like games just like this for like $1 or $2. And so I was picking them up. I'd even asked to speak to the manager. I'd be like, hey, are you planning on selling any of your old stuff anytime soon? Because if you are, I would like to like buy a lot of stuff. I'm not even going to fight this guy. What's the point? He's just destroying me. I don't even know if I went the right way here. I don't know the next time I'm going to play Geometry Dash, Steamy. I'm not sure yet, man. I like Geometry Dash. It just gets a little repetitive to me. I like to kind of... I would guess I would consider myself somewhat of a variety streamer. Even though I do play Team Fortress 2 a pretty good bit. But other than that, I kind of like some variety. Alright, I cannot hit that guy with the blades there. And there's so many other games I can play that are just different. That Geometry Dash to me is just kind of it's just kind of repetitive. Even though it's good, I like it. I just don't want to play it all the time. I did play it on a Thursday once. But a lot of times too on Thursday when I play a game like this, it's probably going to take up the whole time to get through it. Oh, and the Game Boy titles are actually pretty good for the most part in the West. They have share their same names as their English counterparts, but the Japanese versions are called Rockman World games, so that makes them easier to differentiate. Okay. I was wondering about that because here in the United States, they're just the same names. They're like Mega Man 1, 2, 3, and 4 on Game Boy. Okay, I don't have the Crash Bomber, so I can't get through that. But yeah, they should have differentiated better for the Game Boy Mega Mans because they are different. They are not the same game whatsoever. Oh, did this guy respawn? Oh, screw that. I'm just going to go under him then. Oh, that worked great. Great plan. Oh, wait. Hold up. We can still do something about it. That's right. Alright, what weapon did we need for Flashman? The Metal Blade. Alright, let's get him. Alright, I'm just gonna cut loose with it. That is so overpowered, it's ridiculous. Yeah, Mega Buster only run will definitely increase the difficulty of this game by far. But we'll do that another time. I just want to go ahead and play through it like this now. Oh, and the sniper armors, those mech fellas. Oh, are super weak to air shooter and quick boomerang. Makes them a lot easier to fight, especially in the wily stages. Okay, I had no idea what to do about those guys. I didn't as a kid, and I didn't now. So next time we see those guys, we're going to whip out the air shooter, because I've got that. Alright, so we're getting item 3 here. I think that like bounces and then creates like a platform. I have Punch-Out. Yes, I do. I streamed Punch-Out, actually, Halberd. And I got my ass absolutely handed to me for quite some time, but I figured it out. I kept grinding away, and I beat Mike Tyson. I got him. I lost to him more times than I can count. Those videos are on YouTube if you want to see my anguish. It was frustrating. I had the most trouble with Mr. Sandman and Mike Tyson. And I did own that as a kid, but I never beat Tyson as a kid. Alright, we're doing Quick Man. We just got the weapon that hurts him. Let's do it. I remember something terrible about this stage. I think there's lasers that you have to move, like, really fast to get through. Okay, I think we can get that. Let's try that new item thing. I think this thing, like, bounces or something. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. I've got 4 extra lives. What if we do a 1 credit run of it? No, wait. I already I already used to continue, never mind. No 1 credit clear. That's already gone. Well, Mike Tyson couldn't beat Glass Joe, so you're better than him. Yeah, the real Mike Tyson, I saw like on a night show or something, tried to play the real Punch-Out, and he just didn't do anything. It was like pathetic. I did see that. Every enemy is weak to a different special weapon. It makes experimentation in the stages super rewarding. I gotta start experimenting more. I'm just apt to use same stuff. Force beams are instant kills no matter what difficulty you're on. Get running. Aren't they on this stage somewhere? Yeah, like right there. Okay. Well, this is not gonna end well. Oh, God. Oh, there was a bunch of stuff there that I didn't get. Now the lights are out. Alright. Well, I got metal blades. This'll should be able to deal with most stuff. Like I said, the weapon's way too good. That guy didn't even have a chance to do anything. I hated this stage as a kid because of this. Alright, is this going to be more of the same? Yep. Oh! Wow. Oh my God. Alright, so far so good. Oh, I missed. You probably can't even get that stuff. Alright, well this isn't as scary as I remember it being. Maybe I actually remember the pattern a little bit from when I was a kid. Okay, now we're going to use the air thing on this guy. Oh my God, that's so much better. Thank you, Raku. I had no idea you could trivialize that guy like that. I was fighting that mech suit and just getting wrecked by it. Alright, dead. More? Yep, alright. There. Oh my God, what did I do? What did I do? Alright. Okay, that's a flaw in retro games. You back up, it respawns everything. Quickman is the only boss or enemy that takes damage from the Time Stopper. You might need it to get through his stage. He also takes extra damage from the Buster, Air Shooter, and the Clash Bomber. Alright, so where's the time item? Flash. That's what we're going to use. Somehow I got through all those laser beams without taking a hit. I think my old 9-year-old self came into play there, and I kind of remembered it. Alright, how does this work? That is hurting him. His health is going down. Alright, so now we're going to switch to, Air Shooter. Let's try it. That does hurt him. That's wrecking him. He didn't even land a freaking hit on me, man. Wow, wrecked. Thank you, Raku. I had no idea about all this. Oh my God, I've got so lucky there. Like I said, I have beaten this before, but it was 20-something years ago. Maybe I remember more about it than I thought I did. Skills, I wish. It's going to get ugly at some point. Alright, Crashman's all... I think it's actually Clashman, but they changed it on the American version. I have no idea why. Alright, so one more level here, and then it's on to Dr. Wily. Alright, what weapon am I going to need here? More than likely the metal blades. Yes. But what else weapon would we be using here? What else indeed? And I have been playing hard platformers lately, like I played Cuphead and stuff like that, so I'm kind of in practice for these type of games, I guess I could say. We did Super Meat Boy, that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed Super Meat Boy. There was a lot of content in that game. Don't even really need to kill these guys. Well, I'm back to full health again. We're rocking and rolling. I did Path of Pain. Yeah, I did that. That was good. I really enjoyed that. I was hoping that was going to be longer, Steamy. I really was. It was really fun and intense while I was there, but I felt like it ended way too quickly. I really liked what they were doing with that. I wish there was more like that. I would be glad to do it. Did Jump King. I'm happy to say that I'm still sane after doing Jump King. That was treacherous. We did Super Ghouls and Ghosts on professional difficulty. That was nasty. I've been watching Mr. Yeti. He's another retro streamer. I usually hang in his channel every night while I'm doing work and stuff. I hang in a bunch of people's channels. And he's been playing Super Ghouls and Ghosts, and he's been having a hard time on the last stage too, just like everyone does. Oh, I hate this guy. Come on, that's so cheap. Commander Videos game is good, but I forgot the name of it. Yeah, all those other characters in Super Meat Boy, don't a lot of them, they're from their own game. I've never played any of the other games, but it was fun using the characters in Super Meat Boy. And it was, like, some levels worked better with some characters than others. And I found that really fun with that game. I was in your channel the other night, Steamy, when you were streaming, you were doing something, I don't remember what it was, but a lot of times I don't even speak in a lot of other people's channels. I idle in them. I'm so busy in the evenings that a lot of times I don't have time to do much else. So I stick myself in a channel, and that's it. Okay, we've got a lot of What is this, Jump King getting knocked back down to the next screen? They're all indie characters. Okay. Yeah, it's famous translation difference. Possibly an error, but you'll probably never know for sure. Clashman's stuck in the Japanese continuity, but in the Western releases, he's Crashman. That's some of that pointless changing that they do for American versions. Like, they changed Mega Man to Rockman. What's wrong with Rockman? Nothing. I'm actually going to die here if I don't stop getting hit. My health is dangerously low. Oh my god, I picked the right path. That worked out. Alright, so we're going to need this. Otherwise, you'd have to go all the way back down. And there's another one up. I'm doing so much better in this game than I thought I would. Okay, this enemy here just gets one-shotted by the blades. I should honestly try and farm health here. Is that doable? I'm going to try. There's some health. Better than nothing. Oh shit! I was hoping that wouldn't happen. Is it Steve, Minecraft, and Super Meat Boy? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good I wouldn't know because I think I'm the only person on the planet that's never played Minecraft. Or Call of Duty. Or the hell's that other first-person shooter that everyone likes? Fortnite. I've never played that. I've not played anything. Except retro games and games people suggest to me. I'd never even heard of Geometry Dash. And I only saw Jump King because there was a video of people raging about it. And I was like, wow, that looks fun. Let's give it a shot. Alright, I need health here. I don't need more weapon energy. I need actual health. Come on. There's more. Alright, we're getting there. With the boss right there, I'm not taking any chances. I just want to be max health. Rockman was a racist thing in the West back in the day, I think, or something. It might have been. There had to be a reason for the change. Because, see, the other character in this game, there's a girl robot, too, named Roll. And so they were going with rock and roll. It makes perfect sense. So why? And her name is still Roll in the American version. But for some reason, this guy's name's Mega Man. I don't know why they changed it. Okay, we need the air shooter for this dude. Unfollows the channel since I'm not playing Minecraft. Yeah, it's not because I don't have. It's not because I have anything against it. I just haven't ever found time to play it. Clashman is one of the few robot masters with only one weakness, I believe. Air shooter or buster is all you got. Okay, well, we got the air shooter ready for him. I think he drops bombs or something, if I remember. Yeah, there's a bomb. Oh my god, it took a third of his health. Dude, the freaking special weapons are too good in this game. These guys die way too easily. They are just dropping instantly. They're no threat at all. We need a Mega Buster run. We gotta jack the difficulty up. This is feeling cheap. We're just rolling through this. I was expecting to encounter more resistance. Alright, well, we're going to Dr. Wily right now. So this may be where things start picking up difficulty-wise. I mean, why would you play Fortnite? I don't know. Why would I? That's a good question, Steamy, because everything I've seen about that game makes me think I would hate it. Alright, let's get on with Wily Stage 1. Oh, I love the music on this stage. I remember this from many years ago. This music's been redone, remastered, everything, many times. This is a popular one. I want to say the boss of this level is something I hated as a kid. It's something that can knock you off a ledge. That's all I remember. And I remember having to restart this level a bunch because of raging hard. It's not the Yellow Devil. That's in Mega Man 1. We already dealt with that. But it's something bad. And when I see it, I know I'm going to go, oh God, yes, I remember this. Minecraft is oldish. Yeah, I guess it would be considered now. It would be. Because I know it's been out for a while. My only beef with Minecraft is people that play it. If you criticize an old game's graphics, but you play Minecraft, you have no leg to stand on. Because it has the most pixelated, blocky graphics ever. And that's fine. That's good. But if you play it and you think another game has bad graphics, well, then you're the problem. That's my opinion. Because it's got the most pixelated, basic graphics ever, which I like, but no one should be complaining about the graphics in any other game if they like Minecraft. And I know there's people out there that would do that. Never heard anything about Rockman being a racist term. Granted, I wasn't alive then, so I wouldn't know. The Capcom execs in the West thought Rockman wouldn't sound cool enough to the kids. That's the only reason I've ever heard of the name difference. And see, here's another thing, too. That's why they changed the box art. The box art for the original Rockman series in Japan has, like, anime-style looking characters. Kind of like in the actual graphics here in the game when you're picking the stage. Instead, they create this garbage above me right here. That's ridiculous looking. That doesn't look anything like the character. Mega Man looks like he's got like a riot helmet on and he's firing a laser pistol. That's wrong. Alright, here we need to do this, I believe. Yes. Alright, we need our metal blades back. I can make sure these things don't knock me off like Jump King. Alright, is this the end of this level? I could be... Alright, I'm getting really bad vibes about this. Oh, it's auto-scrolling now. Oh, crap. Oh, crap! Do I even have enough of that item left to make it up there? Now, I remember that dragon now. I remember him. I remember him. Oh, God. This is where I'm going to start dying. Yeah, don't touch him. It's a one-hit kill. Yeah. Oh, that's my fault. That's my fault for not being further ahead. I totally forgot what was going to happen there. Holy crap. Also, the boss of the stage is the Mecha Dragon. Oh, bad memories of that one. Bad memories. If I die again, I'm not going to have enough item 1 to get across this, and then I'm not sure what to do. I may have to just kill myself. Okay. Got enough to try again. I can't farm here because these are like on the steps. Actually, I might be able to do that. Hold up. Nope. Alright, well, maybe we'll win this time and don't have to worry about it. Takes you across the platforms and you can't take damage until its health bar shows up. It takes extra damage from multiple weapons, but quick boomerang or buster are the best bet. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and equip. I guess we'll equip boomerangs. Alright, so I got to just keep moving here. I can't slow down. I slowed down last time. Just keep going. Just keep going. I'm going to scroll off the screen if I don't stop. Alright. Alright, let's get them. Okay, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? You know, what's going to happen? I'm going to get knocked off. I thought he was going to, like, dart at me or something. I was trying to anticipate what was going to happen. Alright, well... You know what? I actually need to go back here and farm. Because I'm getting low on item 1. Just going to get it done. I think this is going to get it done. This is hurting my thumb, actually. Alright, that's going to fill it back up. This is what we need. Oh, give me that. Give me that. God damn it. Alright. Alright, disaster averted there. Shit. Let me try the third one. Alright, that's better. Quick boomerang is most effective at killing sniper joes, technically. Helmet fire okays them, but you want saving ammo for that if you want to use it in the boss rematches. Yep. This is this guy, right? Let me try that. Raku, I had no idea there were so many enemies that had weaknesses to so much stuff. I guess I should have experimented more as a kid, honestly. Alright, that'll get that back. I had no idea. Like this guy right here, as a kid, I was like, oh, the Mega Buster doesn't hurt him, so I guess I'll just move on, when actually the bubble does hurt him. Alright, back to item 1. I had no idea what to do the first time I got to that part, and only saw in a gaming magazine that showed you how to do that part. There was no internet back then when I was playing this game as a kid. So if you didn't know what to do, you either figured it out on your own, you called the Nintendo hotline, which is pretty much out of the question because that costs money. Which my friend and I did to beat Castlevania 2, and we didn't even realize how much money we were racking up until his mom went ballistic on us. But we never would have beat that game otherwise. Alright, I think I'm doing this right here. Alright, now we need the boomerangs. Oh, come on. Yes! Holy crap. If you even take one hit there, the chance of falling off is really good. I always used to stay on the back ledge as a kid. I think that was my problem. So one hit and you were done every single time. Yeah, most of us as kids just got into a pattern of saving the special weapons exclusively for bosses. That's what I did. That's super detrimental, and these games really shine when you start experimenting with them. Absolutely. I so wish I had done that. That would have saved me so much grief. We gotta start filling up our stuff again. I should actually farm some items and stuff here. I don't know what I'm going to need exactly coming up. These guys keep respawning and they're really easy to kill, so... I remember very little about these Wily stages, other than... I know there's a part at the end where you have to kill that, those wall sensors with the bomber. And if you screw that up, you run out, there's just enough bomber, the Clash bomber, to kill them. And if you screw up even once, you can't kill them. So I do remember that part because I got stuck there as a kid. Alright, I'm refilling item 3. Metal blade is getting a little bit low, but I think that's going to be okay. I'm looking forward to doing a Mega Buster only run of this game. That'll be fun. That should definitely increase the difficulty tenfold. We'll do that with every Mega Man game once I've beaten them once. Because in most of these old games, there's no difficulty settings. You have to make up your own difficulty. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, we need the hoverboard. Get on the hoverboard. I screwed that up. I screwed that up. I should have rode it to the end right there. Now I have to freaking waste this. I didn't remember. Future reference, the top platform is always your safest bet. Never stay on the back platform. Sorry, Raku, forgot about that. I forgot about it too, and I'd beaten that guy as a kid. But don't feel bad about that. Oh my god, look at all those goodies I'm not going to be able to get. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. Now there's more good stuff to get. Instead, I get to fight robots and stuff. That's awesome. Cool. I missed all that stuff. How many tanks do I even have? I've got maximum. I didn't really need that. Alright. Miss Flash games. This reminds me so much of Robots Likes Fishy. Yeah, Flash games, I never actually really played any Flash games. Those were kind of a little after my time, it seems. Alright, I think I'm gonna go this way. Now we're gonna see if we can... Oh, we got drills. Okay. You know what? I should actually see if I can farm up a little bit here. See if I can get that back. I'm gonna need the Crash Bomber refilled before I get to the end anyway. Alright, this is like killing my metal blades. We can go back to standard for this. The stage boss is Pico Pico-kun. Raku thought it had some other name like Pico Pico Master in the West, but can't remember finding anything about it. Either way, use bubble lead. Alright. Good. I'm glad you're here to help me, because this would be a lot tougher without help. And I never mind taking hints and suggestions from you guys, ever. I like doing it that way. It's kind of like we're playing the game together. That makes it more fun to me. I'm not one of those guys in chat that's like, don't tell me anything. Don't tell me absolutely anything. I will do everything on my own. That's not me. I think it's more fun to like work together and stuff. I think that's way more fun. Alright, let's grab this. This is kind of like I'm sitting on the couch playing and you guys are sitting around too, and we're just all kind of working together. That's my kind of feelings on kind of Twitch and stuff. That's the way I see it. I don't see it as just just a bunch of viewers watching. I want everyone else to have a good time too and contribute to the game and that kind of stuff. That's what it's all about. Drills are called moles. Use leaf shield on them. Alright, let me whip that out. Oh my god, that one-shots them. Look at that! Oh my god. Holy crap, that's cool. Alright, now we can pick up a few more things. We're slowly refilling our stuff. Alright, now there's plenty of things to pick up. It's worth using some wood shield to go ahead and get this back. I'm going to need it. Alright, let me get that back on. It'd be great if like a big weapons recharge thing would respawn. That would be great. Oh, now they're going to stop coming? There we go. Okay. I was about to say. I'm getting cheated out of... Alright, now what do we want to use? I'm almost out of that, but that's fine. We'll go back to Metal Blade. I refilled all the stuff I really wanted to. Alright. Crash. Not 100% full on this. Thank goodness Rocker wasn't. Really hope they weren't coming off his backseat game. They just have a lot of info and love to help. Well, that's what I like. That's exactly what I like, Raku. So please continue to do so. I do not mind one bit. I welcome the help. Alright, let's see if we can power this up a little bit more. Kinda hurt, though. Kinda hurt. Boy, that wood leaf shield just wrecks these drills. Oh, now you give me health. Need it a little bit, but I really want some... Not gonna give it to me, are you? Oh, a little bit. Oh, 1-up spawned. That was unexpected. I remember giving Mixer a bunch of tips for Jump King. Yes, you saved me on a lot of jumps, Steamy. There was many a jump where you made things easier for me. And that's what it's all about. I like that kind of stuff. Because I have seen other streamers that are like, everyone shut up, I'll figure it out. Well, okay, go for it. That's a lot less fun to me. Because as a kid, a lot of times I would play with my friend, even games like this, where it's not two-player, and we would just like pass the controller back and forth and kind of try and figure out what was going to happen. Alright, those spikes will kill me in one hit, so we got to be a little careful here. Okay, I don't need anything here. There's not much time to... Oh, I don't remember this. Okay, you said use bubbles. Let's whip that out. Okay, that just destroys this. Is this all this does, or is it gonna like eventually form some giant robot? I don't remember this one. He's losing health. Okay, that hurt me pretty bad, actually. And he's getting faster. Alright, well, I guess that's it. Alright. Bubble saves the day. Boo Beam Trap is the boss of the 4th stage, and that's what you need Crash Bomber for. You need every shot to beat it. That's what I remember. I remember going into despair because I ran out or botched it up somehow as a kid. And my friend that was sitting next to me was going, oh, there's got to be another way to hurt it. And I'm like, well, it doesn't look like we've tried every weapon. He was like, there's no way, we're out of Crash Bomber. I was like, well, apparently we didn't do it right. Technically, there's a trick to save just one, but it's never something you're going to be able to do without practice. Super annoying, but very worth checking out later. I'll have to look at that later. I like old videos of retro games and stuff, of people coming up with different ideas on how to do stuff or tricks and that type of thing. I need to get this. I don't think I do. I think we're pretty good on weapons. Oh, that was lucky. Alright. So what do we need? Let's get item 3. Might need that later. What else do we need? We could fill up wood shield some. That's pretty low. Alright, metal blade to take that guy out below me. Oh, okay. Alright, alright. What do we need now? I'm paranoid. I'm going to go ahead and fill up Crash Bomber. We're going to need that at some point. That Boo Beam Trap thing, Raku. I remember there's a way to cheese it by, like, pausing it over and over like this when it fires, and it'll actually miss you. It won't hurt you. I'm not going to do that. I think that's kind of an exploit. So I'm definitely not going to do that part. I'm just going to let it hit me, and if it hurts me, I'm going to have to use energy tanks, because that's what the developers intended. I don't think they intended for you to be able to just press pause and dodge everything on it. Oh boy. Alright, we're one step away from death here. I knew something like that was going to happen. I could feel it coming. I do remember bits and pieces. Oh no. Oh no, I don't remember the pattern here. This is trouble. Oh no. Stage is super short. The boss's guts dozer. Try and stay on his lift. If you fall off, he'll spew mitts at you. Oh yeah, those little guys with the hard hats. Neither the beginning nor the end of Wily's odd obsession with Guts Man. Hopefully I can get there. I don't remember where to go here. I think this like twists and turns, and if you don't fall exactly right, you die. Let's just go. So we need to go left. Need to go in the middle. Okay, did I make it through? Is that all there is to it? Okay, I remember that being harder. Maybe I'm just better at these games now than I was as a kid. I had very little patience. Alright, where's my metal blades? Such a good weapon. I don't think he can hit me right there. Never mind. Aw, oh, come on. Alright, here's the boss. I don't remember what weapon hurts this guy. We'll just go in with metal blades blazing. I don't even remember what the guy looks like. That's, oh, now I do. Okay. Well, that's not working. We need something else. That's getting him. That's getting him. Ah! I'm gonna die here. Quick boomerang, okay. Oh, that does way more damage. Alright, yep. Scared to jump up there. I'm guessing he can run over me. Yes! Raku, you are saving me. I would have been so dead there. I think I'm going to get my health back, too. Man, I would have beaten this on... I might have beaten this on 1 credit if I hadn't screwed up the Heatman stage earlier. I shouldn't say that. There's still more to go. Alright, is this... Alright, let's get some stuff back here. We're good on items. Metal's okay. Guess we could get some bubble back. Wood and metal. We'll get metal. We're rolling right along here. This has been a good run. See if I can go get that 1-up somehow. Bet there's a way to get it. Yeah, just climb down the ladder. Oh, crap. Now we got invisible ledges. Alright, so it wants me to do it like that. Alright. That's right, there's invisible ledges on this stage. Give up? No, we'd never give up here. Never. No matter how brutal it might get. And this isn't even that hard. We've done so much harder. Oh, great. Now, what I was the most intimidated I've gotten recently by a game was that Castlevania hat, Curse of Suffering. That was really tough at that early stage where there was nothing but Medusa heads and falls. I was contemplating, am I even going to be able to do this game? And after getting through that part, the rest of it wasn't all that bad. On that thing you talked about cheesing the boo beam trap, there's several points in the game where the frame rate's dodgy and you can use slow down to spam pause and make projectiles go through you. Kind of the exact opposite of the pause glitch from the first Rockman. Yeah. Yeah, because like Mega Man right there, he's like phased out right there when you're hitting pause and you're momentarily invincible. And I know the game developers were not intending that. Okay, I'm obviously going to die here because I bet the floor is false. You can use bubble lead to find the hidden gaps in the floor. Oh my god, can you? Oh my god, you can! My 9-year-old self is thanking you profusely. Why did I not try that as a kid? I was an idiot. Alright, let's get these guys dead. That's unbelievable! I didn't know you could do that. That's awesome. I bet you can't get to that. Nope. Medusa heads are the best way to make a game hard. Obviously. We got a lot more Castlevania to go, so there's going to be more Medusa heads, I'm sure. We got Castlevania 3. There's 2 more Castlevanias on Game Boy. There's Castlevania 4 on Super Nintendo. There's Castlevania Bloodlines. There's a lot of that to go. I did not mean to fall back down the ladder. Okay. And there's Symphony of the Night, if I can find a way to stream it. I don't own it. I need to buy it. Okay, so you can't make a mistake here. Or you will die. I think there's more of that, yep. Alright, so it looks like they want me to jump off here, then jump back on it and go. I vaguely remember this part from when I was much younger, but it's been a while. Alright, so what's going to happen here? We're going to have to jump over the part with the spikes on it. Or I'm definitely going to die there. Right here, we got to jump. Alright, now we should be able to ride it down. Yeah, I do remember bits and pieces of this. It's just been a long time. Pausing also resets your momentum, so you can famously use it to trivialize nearly every jump, and it's pivotal for the speedrun because of glitchy. And zip right through the walls. Yep, most speedruns take advantage of that kind of stuff. I mean, using, like, game mechanics that weren't intended to be used that way. Now, how am I supposed to do this? I'm supposed to hit it when it's coming at me. You know what? I'm not doing that. I think we should do this. That looked too risky at this point in the game. I'm not going to take... Okay, air shooter now. That is crazy how much that... Oh, yeah, you said boomerang hurts this guy. Destroys that guy. Wow. Raku is the Mega Man master. Wow. Alright, so there's more of these guys to deal with. Okay, back to air shooter. I watched a speedrun of Castlevania 1. You back up, he respawns. That's bullcrap. Alright, so we need to do this. You and Andy are the Hollow Knight Masters. Not going to dispute that. Alright, I think this is an awful boss coming up, where you can't screw up with the crash bomber. I think this is it. Which means if I start taking damage, I gotta use energy tank. Because you can't fight this again because you run out of crash bomber. You have to kill it in one shot, or you start the whole level over. Alright, so what do I need to do here exactly? Alright, obviously I need to go up. Alright, that's going to hit me. There's no other way to get through this when you have to bomb through it. Oh, great. I did not mean to get knocked down there. I'm going to have to use energy if it hits me one more time. Yeah, I got to be super careful here or the whole fight's lost. Uh-oh. That's bad. That's bad. That's bad. I got to use energy. Can I get up there? Can I just get up there? Yes. Alright. It's gonna blow it up, right? Yes. I'm glad I one-shotted that, because that could have gotten ugly. I was about to get ugly. And I'm out of the bomber, so if I had missed one shot there, it would have been over. Would have been completely over. If we're going to use the E-tanks, use them on this fight. Yep. Yeah, that was it. I have a question. You said it would be better for you to play Hollow Knight off-stream, so what would you do for Silk Song? You played on or off stream? Well, I guess at this point I'll have to play it on stream since we're going to do all the Hollow Knight content on stream. So at this point it would make sense to just go ahead and do that game when it comes out on stream as well. But truthfully, though, games where you do that much backtracking and there's a lot of like downtime where you're not really making progress, you're just kind of going through the maze over and over and over and over. Those types of games to me are better spent off stream. But since we've already done the first part of Hollow Knight, we'll do the sequel or whatever they're calling it on stream. So we'll do that one day if it ever releases. Well, job mixer, that went damn well. I guess I got lucky there. I was trying my hardest to use the items to get into the little cubby hole so I didn't have to waste any. And me and my friend botched that up so many times that I didn't want to repeat of that. Alright, here we are at Dr. Wily Teleport System. This is where you fight this is the boss rush part. You gotta fight all the bosses again. Alright, there's Heat Man. Let's get him with the bubbles. He goes M. Bison on me with that Psycho Crusher move like that. That's the move he's using right there. Wow, it took a lot of damage. Alright. I got health back, though. That's good. Alright, I guess we'll just work our way around the room. Like this. Yeah, so we'll play Silk Song on stream, Steamy. We'll do it. Airman, alright. Need the wood. Alright. Alright, so these patterns are just like random. I hope I don't need any more of this weapon because it's almost gone. I hope I don't need more. Alright, we need the fire for this guy. We can two-shot him with it. Where is it? That's air. Fire. Oh, crap! That's the wrong... Oh, shit. I've screwed that up. Alright. What the hell's that called? Heat. God damn it, I may have ruined everything. Well, now we'll have to beat Quickman without the flash thing. Wonderful. Dr. Wily Machine has multiple weaknesses. Phase 1 is weak to atomic fire. Gotta choose between it on the Wily Machine or any of the robot masters. Phase 2 is weak to Crash Bomber, but they very rudely designed it so you probably won't have any ammo left, so just use Metal Blade. Okay. And that's the plan. Alright, what hurts Bubble Man? Last time I fought him with just the Mega Buster, but that's not really hurting him much. Let's try the Blades. Blades is like a one-size-fits-all weapon. It just wrecks everything. Yeah, we're gonna absolutely need a Mega Buster only run, because this has been a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. Now here's the problem. I don't have the weapon, and that doesn't hurt him. Okay. I guess we'll just use the standard weapon. That actually is decent. Maybe I won't need the flash thing to beat him. Okay, he's weak as hell, man. What was I worried about? Nothing. Metal Blade and Quick Boomerang. Alright. Alright, we need our, what was it for this guy? The air weapon. That is so overpowered. Alright, get the Metal Blade out. We'll kill him with his own weapon. I discovered that one as a kid. That's one I remember as a kid. On normal difficulty, it actually kills him in one hit. And I discovered that by a freak accident. Yeah, his own weapon is what destroys him. Alright, and Flashman's the last guy. He's also weak to this weapon. Get wrecked. Alright, let's go. Alright, so we need atomic fire for phase 1 here. This is Wily. Let's charge it up. Oh my god, I'm out! Crap, alright. Let's go back to... Oh, I'm about to die, I gotta use health. Alright, it's not over. Not over. When I first got here as a kid, I thought that was it. But it's not. There's a secret last stage right here. As I got so mad right here as a kid, I was going, that's bullshit, I won. But it's not over. Still got to do this. The game makes you think that was the ending right there, but it's not. Alright, now we've got lava dripping from the ceiling, but it's really easy to avoid, I remember. I don't think I've ever even gotten hit by it. Patterns are very recognizable. I wonder if it kills you in one hit. Let's not find out. Let's just not. Alright. Final boss right here. Alright, and this Dr. Wily is actually an alien. And we will be using the bubble weapon. That's what hurts him. I do remember that part. And this is a very, very, very weak last boss. I don't think other weapons even hurt him. Does the standard weapon, I don't even think hurts him at all. No, it does not. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Yeah, so if I did a Mega Buster only run, we would still have to use, like, special weapons when the regular weapon doesn't do anything. Did he get his health back? What the hell was that? I've never seen that before. Weakest last boss ever, honestly. Even I one-shotted this as a kid when I finally did make it here, after I figured out what hurt him. Could probably even beat this guy without taking a single hit now that I remember exactly what to do. I swear his health went back up. Alright, there he goes. It wasn't actually Dr. Wily, it was a hologram. As a kid, I was like, oh, so he's not really an alien. Okay, I got it. Certain weapons can restore the bosses to full health. This is the only game in the series that does that. Like Bubble Lead heals Bubble Man. Heat Man gets healed by Atomic Fire. Leaf Shield heals Wood Man. And everything else Bubble hurts the alien. Got his health. Yeah, heals, not hurts. Yeah. Got his health when I use the Mega Buster. I had never seen that as a kid, that was even happening. It probably happened, I just didn't notice it. So that's Mega Man 2 on hard difficulty, and it honestly was not very hard. I think I've played it too much as a kid, and the adjustments were not that hard to make. Bosses had a little bit more health. That's really the only difference I noticed. I mean, you could one-shot some of the bosses if you had the right weapon. Like, the fire would one-shot Woodman, and the blade would one-shot Metal Man. And in this one, you had to two-shot them. Big difference there. Alright, so when we play this game next time, it'll be a Mega Buster only run to increase the difficulty. And that'll be a while. That'll be a while. We got lots of other games to go through. There's a lot more Mega Man games, too. We'll throw them in from time to time. I never understood this ending. My friend was like, he's dead! He died! And I'm like, no, why would he die? Why would he die? Yeah, we actually did have a game over on Heat Man's stage right when the stream started. I fell off those blocks a couple of times before I got it right and had to restart one time. So, unfortunately, it's not a 1 credit clear. Unfortunately. Thank goodness for that, too. You'd have been here forever if I'd lost my E-Tanks. Oh, so you know what that means. Mega Buster only run, no E-Tanks. How about that for a new challenge? We gotta create challenges for these old games. We gotta create them since there's no difficulty settings besides normal or difficult on this one. So we gotta add to that. So maybe the next run will be Mega Buster only, no E-Tanks. I don't know how you'd beat that sensory system thing at the end, though, without using E-Tank. I have no idea. Might not even be possible. Yeah, that was not difficult. That was not too tough. But I'm glad we did it, because I was always wondering, what's this game like on difficult setting? I never had time to go back and try it myself. I never had time. I always played it on normal and thought, okay, well, this is normal. I've beaten it on normal. I'm good. No. We got to go back and play everything on hard. Goodness, Mixer, that'll be fun. You know it. We did our whip-only Castlevania run, so adding challenge is doable. And we've got Ninja Gaiden. Sword only. We're going to do that. I've already beaten Ninja Gaiden on stream, but we're going to do a sword-only run. Sword only. No sub-weapons, no items, no nothing. Sword only. And that is Mega Man 2.